Hey everyone, Prestito here. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my new top tier upcoming pre-sale picks, which will be launching hopefully soon, but that I think are definitely worthwhile for you guys to look into. Give these projects a follow and stay up to date, because if you get involved with these, you can potentially make some pro gains. So I'm going to be covering 4 projects in this video, and as you can see, the first one I'm going to be talking about is BounceBit. As you can see, you can earn yield from your idle Bitcoin with BounceBit BTC restaking. I think this is going to be a really huge one, and it's a proof of stake layer 1 secured by validators staking both Bitcoin and BounceBit's native token. So they're going to have a dual token system leveraging native Bitcoin security with full EVM compatibility. And it's actually going to be the first ever native BTC restaking chain, which I think is going to be really huge, since basically it's going to allow Bitcoin holders to earn yield on their Bitcoin by staking it. So that is really huge. And their testnet is actually going live on the 8th of March. So that is very, very soon. And you can take part in that and earn some tokens by taking part in their platform. And you can do that by connecting your wallet, joining with your Twitter and Discord. And when you invite other people through referrals, you get 10% of their points as well. Also, if you stake 0.1 BTCB on BounceBit, you'll unlock premium features where you can get yield generation via funding rate arbitrage strategies, and you'll get 3x the points. Also, what I want to really point out is how huge their TVL is. So if you have a look here at the top left, their total TVL is over $600 million, with Bitcoin being the bulk of that at over 500 million. And then you have some other tokens as well, which are a bit less. But that is really insane numbers. If you compare it to Blast, for example, their TVL in total was just over 2 billion, I believe, which isn't too far off from BounceBit sitting at 600 million, and it could even reach 1 billion as well. So if you have a look at that, and it's also quite a lot lower valuation, then you can see the room for growth for BounceBit is significantly higher in my opinion. So it's really, really huge and definitely worth looking into in my opinion. So if we have a look a bit further, you can see here on their tweet, they say it's not a Bitcoin L2. They are building a BTC restaking infrastructure featuring their proof of stake layer 1 chain as a demo of how to develop a restaking product on top of BounceBit's restaking layer. So that is something important to note. And if we have a look at their backers, we can see here some really huge names, which makes me even more bullish. You can see here they did a $6 million seed funding round led by Blockchain Capital and Breyer Capital, which are really huge names. And you can see some more participation from the likes of NGC Ventures. You can see HTX Ventures, all really big names. OKX is there. You can see some big angel investors too. So it's all really big names. And you can see Pentoshi, Mac BTC, some really big guys on Twitter. So it's really worthwhile adding to your radar, staying up to date, following them, and seeing what's to come in terms of whether they're having public sale, information like that. So definitely give them a follow to stay up to date. So the next project I'm going to be talking about restaking is ClayStack. So ClayStack have been building actually for a really, really long time, and I think they can be a really big project. If we scroll through their website, you can see it's going to be a modular DVT-based liquid restaking, where you can restake your Ethereum, earn Clay and uncapped agent layer restaking points. So it works double in the sense of that. So how does ClayStack work exactly? Basically, you deposit your Ethereum and earn restaking points on agent layer and Clay. So you stake, deposit, which gets staked via DVT. Then the stake tokens get natively restaked on agent layer to receive restaked points. Then you receive CS Ethereum in your wallet, where you can earn staking rewards, Clay points, and agent layer restake points. And you can farm, lend, or borrow against your CS Ethereum and multiply your yield. This is going to be really big in my opinion. If we scroll down, we can have a look at their team as well, which is really, really big. And if we move on, we can see by their tweet here, we can see that they're going to be really transparent with regards to their points. Basically, each Clay point you earn will simply be 1 Clay token on launch, 1-to-1, all really straightforward and simple. Also, if you have to look at their documents, you can see exactly how they calculate the rewards. So you can have a look through that. And I like that it's so completely transparent and all here to show you exactly how it's going to work. So you can actually already head to their platform and connect your wallet and you can earn those points. Also to note, if we scroll a bit further down, you can actually see here, you can calculate your Clay earnings. So for example, if you had to stake 10 Ethereum, then you get 28 Clay per day, and per month it'll be about 866 Clay. If you stake 100 Ethereum, then you can see how it is, 1 Ethereum and so on. So you can exactly see what you will earn, and that is at the current reward rates. Keep that in mind. Also, they're gonna have a referral system where if you refer friends, you earn 10% of the base Clay that they earn when they stake. So I'll leave my link to this referral system in the comments. Make sure to check that out if you are interested in taking part in that. Also, they're going to have a 5% of the total tokens which are allocated to the season 1 airdrop out of a total of 100 million supply. So that is really a big amount of the tokens. So that's why I think it's really worthwhile to take part in this if it's something that you are into. And also note, they say season 1 airdrop, so it makes you think maybe they're gonna have season 2 even in the future. So definitely make sure to check them out. Also, because if we have a look at their backers, we can see here the names behind it that have invested, and you can see Coinbase Ventures is there, which obviously everyone knows Coinbase, Animoca Brands, Hashed. So the names are huge. Genblock as well is also huge. Every name here is really, really big in the space. So with such big backers, also gives you a sense of security with their platform. So that's why I say it's certainly worthwhile checking out. You can see also this post is from July 13, 2021. So you know they've been building for a very long time. It's not something that's just very rushed. So that wraps up ClayStack. So now I'm going to move on to the next project which I want to talk about, and that is SelfChain. So SelfChain is an intent-centric access layer 1. So they're going to introduce a new type of blockchain infrastructure service which is focused on simplifying access to decentralized applications and enhancing security through intent-centric design and keyless wallet security. So users can interact with Web3 applications using natural technology, and the system resolves their requests efficiently through a modular intent access layer. So keyless wallets powered by secure key abstraction and multi-party computation with threshold signature schemes, which is the MPC technology, which will ensure self-custody of assets without the need for managing private keys. And the platform automates rewards to dApps, simplifying onboarding and recovery processes, and enhances user security against phishing attempts. And as you know, that's really a problem in crypto at the moment. And for developers, SelfChain offers SDKs for integrating keyless wallets into various applications and extending functionality through plugins. And the project aims to increase value flows within the Web3 ecosystems by providing user-friendly and secure infrastructure for accessing and interacting with decentralized applications. So that is a brief summary of how it is going to be. And I think it's really going to be a bullish project. And if we have a look here as well, you can see here they talk about their MPC wallets. And if we go to this page, we can see actually the benefits of them compared to multi-sig wallets. And you can see here some of the benefits include higher transaction speed, lower costs, and more flexible than multi-sig wallets. So that is all really interesting to see what they're going to build with that. So let's have a look at the Self token and the purpose that it's going to serve. So you can see it's going to be used for users and dApps. It's going to be used for stakings, where token holders keep the network secure and collect rewards by staking Self token. And of course, for governance, where validators manage transaction processing and Self token holders have complete control over the protocol. Also, some more information we can see here is regarding their vesting, which is always important to check out. And you can see our equity invest allocation gets 0% release on mainnet. Validator node, 0% release on mainnet. Ecosystem is 20% release on mainnet. Launch and then monthly vesting for 36 months. You can see team is 0% with a 12-month cliff. So that's all really standard vesting. Always important to check that out, make sure it's all legit. And also some more information is that they have an incentivized testnet 2 that they are currently doing. So if you want to take part in that, make sure to do that and earn rewards. That is if you're interested in doing something like that. Then the last project I'm going to be talking about is BitSmiley. So if we go to their website, you can see they are the inventor of BitUSD, and they are the OG of the Bitcoin stablecoin based on over-collateralization, building its peripheral Fintegra products at the same time. So BitSmiley is going to have 3 main components, which is decentralized, over-collateralized stablecoin protocol. They're also going to have a native trustless lending protocol and a derivatives protocol. So some things to note is that the BitUSD is a bit like MakerDAO's DAI, where BitUSD is over collateralized stablecoin and it's softly pegged to the US dollar. So basically it means that every BitUSD in circulation is backed by excess collateral as well. And in terms of their lending, of course, due to Bitcoin's limitations, it will be peer-to-peer lending. So lending can basically only happen if there's a 100% match. And if the loan isn't paid back, then Bit Insurance comes in and protects the funds. So BitSmiley can potentially be really big in the Bitcoin space and can make DeFi possible on Bitcoin, which is obviously what everyone's looking at right now, which can be really huge. Have a look at the white paper. If that's something you want to look a bit more into detail about, it shows you and explains more about their BitUSD stablecoin. Moving on, we can see that KuCoin Ventures made a strategic investment in BitSmiley Labs, and that's obviously really bullish. Makes you think that KuCoin will obviously list them, so that's very probable. And lastly, we can see their NFTs that they had. They actually had a free mint not too long ago. And you can see the floor price is over $4,000. It's actually $4,500 at the moment. From a free mint is actually really insane, with over 3,000 owners, over 200 Bitcoin volume, which you can see is over $10 million of total volume. This is on the OKX marketplace. So that is really, really insane numbers and very impressive. And it really shows the hype behind BitSmiley. So that wraps up my video on 4 projects I'm really bullish which are coming up, and these are my new top tier picks. I'm going to be making more videos in the future for sure. Make sure to give me a follow and stay up to date for those. I definitely recommend you guys to give all these projects a follow and stay up to date with when they're launching. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.